20th of December, 2185. I recently responded to an SOS signal and call at the planet Gatria, which was assaulted by the Terminids. I had on my CE-07 Demolition Specialist armor and helmet with the Pillars of Freedom cape. I grabbed a hold of my R-63 Diligence, my P-2 Peacemaker, and G-10 incendiary grenades. Got to my Hell Pod, grabbed a hold of the Hell Pod space optimization, and coded it into myself and pod for myself and my Helldivers. Personally, this is my favorite and go-to if no other Helldiver has it for our mission. Who can say no to more ammo, to more grenades, to more stims for a mission and a hunt? Ha! No one, that's who. And if they say that they are, and they can do without, they are a liar, and against managed democracy and lady liberty. How dare they? My stratagems this time, I had the GL-21 grenade launcher, the AX/AR-23 guard dog pack, and the machine gun and rocket sentries. Normally, I don't bring the guard dog backpacks with me on missions. Too many times in the field I've seen them have more friendly fire incidents, almost more than the sentries do. By God. But with certain missions and enemies, I will take my chance for it. In the past, I've only needed a few stims to get through the injuries of a bullet going through my shoulder, damn near whizzing past my head. Ha ha. I will say, just like the sentries, it's all about knowledge of your own awareness and placement. Those guard dog packs simply will fire upon the enemies as they get close to us. But with the right placement, positioning, and using crouching as best as you can dodge the bullets as they whiz by your head and plant themselves straight into our enemies. It's a lovely thing. But, again, as with the sentries, caution must be advised. As I dropped in on the planet, the current chap on the planet had already taken down a spore spewer in the area. Ha! Wondrous, great and wonderful to see. Upon landing on the planet, I also instantly noticed that the atmospheric spores were floating in the air. Ah, damn spores from those Terminids and bugs. This affects our radar and maps, makes it a bit more of a challenging, but I must say it does add to the sport of the hunt for the bugs. So as frustrating as it is, I do find some enjoyment with it, and more of a challenge that comes along with it. The main mission of our area was to destroy those damned eggs, those damned Terminid eggs in the area. I also noticed that a rogue research station was present nearby, and that needed to be destroyed. Those damned, quote, scientists going against our ministries on Super Earth. Ha ha! Doing the real work to fight our enemies and spread managed democracy. That's what the ministries of Super Earth do. That's what our scientists do. These rogues, research stations, and scientists, they don't know anything of what they do. As I landed on the planet, I called down my stratagems with my grenade launcher and my guard dog. And instantly I got to work. My fellow Helldivers and I took out bugs in the area, and we're close in progress to the first set of eggs. We moved through taking out nests as we progressed along. That's the wondrous thing about the grenade launcher. One shot and a nest is down. Same for the bots fabricators, or those squids, warp ships that are on the ground. Terrible. We progressed along, fighting against the bugs, destroying eggs as we progressed through, doing what we could to take them all down. Finally, with success, the first batch of eggs were wiped out. Success! Glorious success. Marvelous. Working through that together, and more divers finally came through for our support for managed democracy. It's a beautiful thing to hear a diver's pod crashing to the planet, and them popping out and getting ready to help us fight our enemies against managed democracy. Once we completed this, I started to progress to the eastern part of the area, gathering resources and opening rescue pods along my way. I was able to locate a bunker, and this time, well, I had other divers to help me open it. But alas, none of them came through to the area. So I couldn't wait on my loins any longer. I pressed forward. As I moved along, I was taking down bugs every step of the way, gathering the rare samples for us, and destroying patrols as they progressed through, collecting those samples for Super Earth, and some nests along the way for my progress as well. As I moved through and took out what I could in my area, two other the divers pressed on to the north toward that rogue station, that rogue research station. I'm sure as they cleared the area, I heard the hell bomb get called down into the area, and then get armed. Damned though if I did miss that explosion. 'Tis always such a lovely thing to see that go through and get destroyed in the area. I apologize at loss of words. It's so democratic to see that explosion. Oh, God, such a lovely thing. And never in my life will I understand why divers or citizens of Super Earth or the scientists go rogue against Our Lady Liberty. Why, it's just ridiculous. It's just a preposterous thing. Why would you go against Super Earth? Why go with our enemies? It just, Well, I just simply won't understand myself, but that's just me, and my life and experience as a Helldiver. The fourth diver of our group progressed towards the second set of eggs, and in time, we all progressed in that area to support them. As we got closer, I myself did not realize that the bugs had taken over a part of the city, part of the buildings and area of everybody there. Damn them. Damn them to hell. I myself grabbed hold of my grenade launcher and took out as many of those eggs as I could, and along the way just worked to close all of those damned bug holes. Thankfully, my fellow divers had the same idea and love for democracy as I did. I could hear their shots ringing throughout the battle, throughout the area. I could see them tossing their own grenades, or using their own weapons, eruptor, or anything else they have on hand to destroy those eggs and to take out those bug holes. Thankfully, the group I was with seemed to be a strapping group of divers. Using proper placement in our guard dogs, we were able to send down sentries in order to guard us in the area from all the bugs and some choke points. It comes in handy. It's also personally why the machine gun sentry to me is just a touch better than the Gatling. Not that the Gatling, that lady, she does a lovely job, don't get me wrong. But the machine gun, for tight quarters and that, usually saves a little more ammo, thankfully. But, that's just been my experience. And you can call her down quite often, as our super destroyers get her ready quite quickly. Yes, quite quickly. I say one more time. Quite quickly. Ha! After we were able to clear out the eggs and the rest of the nests in the area, we actually had some luck. We had found an artillery site, the SCAF artillery site in the city area, and we got to work loading up that cannon for our own use against the bugs. Myself and another diver progressed and grabbed as much artillery and ordnance as we could, and began getting it prepped to be loaded. I myself try to load these sites with only the most explosive ordnance I can. Mini nukes, the napalm shells, high-yield explosives, and the regular explosive shells. They're lovely to use. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand the static and smoke ones, but Normally, Eagle 1 has us covered for that during our times being planet-side. If I myself don't have those ready, usually another diver to have that all set and ready to go. If they're not having the 500-kilogram bomb all ready to go. But that is lovely, I will say. As we progress to load up this artillery, I believe the other two divers were heading toward the extraction site, making sure that we'd be able to get there safe and ready, holding down the area. But thankfully waiting for us to finish. That's what's important. Some divers will just rush and start calling it in. We must finish what we are down there for the planet to do. Yes, you cannot rush such things. Unless it's a blitz mission. Those are rushed. We'd completed loading up the artillery and headed for our extraction site. Thankfully, the other two fellow divers are already at location. As we progressed to that site, our divers decided to call in the Pelican for us. Thankfully, I didn't mind this, knowing that we would be able to make it well before the pilot lands. That's one thing is, thankfully when divers recognize that we have a clear shot toward our extraction, and to be able to get planets off the planet in one piece. As we arrived, myself and another diver had dropped our sentries on the lower ground, and then worked our way up to the high ground where the extraction was, ever vigilant to watch for those bugs, to overwhelm us or to try and flank our position. But they would not take us down, no sir. I say, Sir Garrett will watch his fellow Helldivers' backs and make sure that they leave the planet in one piece. As we waited for the timer to come down, some patrols and swarms of bugs tried to get through to the area. But, thanks to our firepower, my diligence in hand, the other Helldivers by my side and shoulder to shoulder, and our sentries to guard us, we were able to safely have the Pelican land and to extract from the planet. And a victory for us again against the bugs was thankfully ensured. I dare say, I still say that this sport of the hunting the bugs is still my favorite. I will admit, though, I was surprised with the SOS beacon that the current orders, especially against all that we dealt with the bots, thankfully this was time that we could use for this. I said this before in a different journal, but I shall repeat it again, just for prosperity and knowledge for other Helldivers. Yes, the major orders are of heavy importance, but we must not leave ourselves open to the rear or flanks to be attacked from our enemies. Yes, the majority of Helldivers should be progressing toward what is the main objective and necessary major order, but together, as a team, as Super Earth Helldivers, we must remember other things in order to help us out. Please keep that in mind. Until next time, I say, I shall keep diving and diving and diving and helping my fellow Helldivers in the field. For my fellow Helldivers, for Lady Liberty, and for Super Earth, God bless us.